Alright, running through my head, all the things you said. Welcome to TaviRadio. Saturday AM. I am your beloved co-host, Lycan Jones, aka Lycan Bones, the Bone Man himself. With me is a man. Oh, what a man, what a man. What a mighty, mighty large man. TaviRadio's Funkle.
Thanks, I just started my Jay Leno costume.
Yeah, you want to explain this?
Alright, boys. So,
Yeah, well, that's it. We're jumping right into town updates.
Check six.
Go ahead, Tav. What happened this week? And we'll tell the folks why our names are in the goddamn newspaper. Thank you, P. Kimsey Kenzer, for writing. We saw your byline. We saw that you wrote about us. We're on the front page. Thank you. Police who did nothing.
could have picked a more flattering picture of me. You put a picture of me at my fattest.
The camera adds 20 pounds, dude.
Well, anyway. So, we decided to hold the annual Christmas parade still, despite the hostage situation, because we realized, well, maybe this parade could distract Boy enough.
Right, and?
As a part of my plan, this year my float was the Jay Leno float, where I borrowed some cars from the local Grandpa Association of Bumblerville.
Yep.
Asked them, hey, can I borrow some of your Mustangs and lowriders to make it look like I'm Jay Leno fresh from his garage?
And then you came over just like, I don't know, I would rather give it the real Jay Leno. So you put on your latex mask.
So I put on my Jay Leno latex mask and I'm like, hey, it's me. Can't really move my mouth, but it's me.
Oh, wow, my cataracts are acting up, but I assume that's you, sir. Sure, we'll do it for free.
So I got a couple of good old oldster cars, was rolling down the street, and boy was like, oh, it's Jay Leno. He's out there. So just like the big idiot like he was.
And here's the crazy thing. Before we get into the big showdown, the big payback. While Tav was organizing and marshalling, or not marshalling, but while he was getting the parade mobilized, I divvied up half the werewolf unit so they could distribute chili during the parade and for our section. Took the other half. We went through with our tunnel plan, and of course my ad for the volunteers last week did work out. I did get a bunch of swarthy men and women to help me dig this tunnel. So turns out we didn't have to. We went down to the basement of the library, and we saw a place where, I don't know, maybe in another timeline would have probably held some caramelized mummy man or whatever. But near him we saw a tunnel, which would have been convenient for whatever mummy man would have taken over Bumblerville or whatever. But we saw a tunnel, and we realized, yo, is this like the mythical town legend of the tunnel that goes to City Hall? If that's the case, holy shit, we don't have to dig a tunnel at all, guys. Let's go down it. If it turns out it goes into John's throne room, then yeah, we're gonna have to turn around and dig this tunnel. But if it does go to City Hall, they just saved us a trip. So while we were going down the tunnel, and Tav was coming up on his float, and then Amboy saw the float. And Tav, what happened next?
Well, I was pretending I was Jay Leno, saying some witty one-liners and whatnot, and then I looked at Amboy straight dead in the eye, all the way from where I was and where he was looking out through the window.
You waved at him, made good eye contact at him.
Well, as much eye contact as the mask will let me do. But yeah, I made some eye contact with him, waved at him, and then I imagine, from what I could see through the latex eyes...
At that moment, from what I understand, and this is in the newspaper article in the Bumblerville Review, at the moment where Amboy said, "Oh, look, everybody, it's Jay Leno, and he's waving at me. He's my friend. Everybody stop what you're doing. Ignore the hostages for a second. Go to the windows and look at Jay Leno." At that moment, Tarumo and his boys burst into the front door of the City Hall and barged in to rescue the mannequin. And at that moment that they were doing, which explains why at that moment, as soon as me and my volunteers burst through the basement of the city hall, which we guessed right, it did take us to the city hall. The place was, we came upon a scene of a bunch of gangsters fighting pigs, and we're like, huh.
What? You're like, what the?
What? Nah. Well, that kind of ruins our moment. All right, everybody.
Sure though.
Go ahead and I pretty much told the volunteers, like, all right, everybody, everyone who's a werewolf, go ahead and go ahead and help out a pig. Do not go ahead and fight the gangsters. Ignore the pigs. Help them out if you can. Do not eat them. I know them, unfortunately. And you know the rule. If one of us knows a pig, we can't eat that pig. We only eat pigs that we don't know. And unfortunately, I know most of these pigs, so you're gonna have to back off.
Hey, do you know this one, boss?
Yeah, right, Tarumo. That's your boss, Jerry. I told you we're democratic here. We're a republic. We elect everybody. No, stop calling me boss. I stepped down from that position. We all know it's Harvard's role now. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so me and the guys pretty much, and the volunteers who were non-werewolf, we pretty much joined in the rabble. And then at that point, Tab, that's when, as soon as you saw that go down, that's when you jumped off the Jay Leno float and ran in, right?
Yeah. I ran in as fast as I can go in a latex mask.
Yeah, and then what happened?
Well,
because I'll tell you what happened on my side. Me and the guys were pretty much fighting gangsters, taking bullets, pretty much acting as human shields for the pigs so they wouldn't get shot up by these guys.
But hey,
again, none of them ever thought about buying silver bullets.
Yeah, I was about to say at least it probably didn't affect you guys too much.
No, it hurt, but we knew what we were going after. We didn't expect us to become human shields for pigs. Just like, huh?
What?
In another time, we would have actually stopped what we were doing and eaten you guys. But there you go.
Well, I burst in, and then Amber was like, "Everybody stop! My hero Jay Leno is here." And then towards John tries to speak up, and he's like, "Amber, that's not Jay Leno." But Amber, of course, as he does, ignores him and comes up to me, and Jay Leno is like, "Wow, you look so much more rubbery."
It's what did you tell him?
It's the camera, makeup. I'm owning that throughout today.
I thought you would say something like, "It's just the Botox, all the plastic surgery. It's really rubber surgery."
No, and then he's like, "Such a pleasure to meet you, sir. Man, I every day since I watched your videos on YouTube, I've become such a big fan. Let me show you my garage in GTA. Boys, bring out my PS4. So it's at that moment, I tell him boy, I gotta be real with you. It's not actually Jay Leno.
Oh no? Oh no, what happened next?
Well, I took off the mask and I said, "It's me the whole time, you fucking idiot," and I suplexed him.
And he's like, "Bob Johnson, why did you..." Let me guess, did he say... Because you saw... At that point, you had grown the mustache, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bob Johnson, you betray me. Why?"
No, it was actually... And then I ripped off my own mustache with my bare hands, and I'm like, "Oh, I forgot it was real this time."
What? Bob Johnson, why did you rip off your own mustache?
No, you idiots, me! Tavernius Funkle.
The rumors were true. Right? You said the rumors were true, right?
No, he didn't even realize it was me.
Oh, he didn't even know? There weren't any rumors? Huh.
He didn't believe them. Oh, there are people talking. Everybody in town knew that Bob Johnson wasn't real.
Yeah. Even people came up to me and was like, "Hey, Tav, and people keep saying that Tav's around town. Aren't you afraid that Ann was going to find out?" And I said, "A little bit, but we'll be ready for him if he does anything."
Well, I revealed myself to Ann Boy. He was just kind of shocked. I suplexed him. He got up. He tried to pull out his fucking plastic knife that he ordered online. I'm like, "All right, Ann Boy, you know how this is going to go. I'm going to kick your ass. You're probably going to get hurt. Go to ICU. And then once you recover, I'm going to give you another $20 to get out of town. And if you come back again with even more gangsters, well, I'm going to tell your mom on you."
And then what he say? Because again, I'm downstairs.
Well, he's freaking out. He's like, no, don't tell my mom. I still haven't returned the minivan to her. So he
Then
starts.
at some point, I saw Terumo go upstairs.
Then Terumo bursts into the door looking for the fake mannequin. To which Jod was also just chilling out with her at her side. In which Terumo looks at Jod and he's like, give me back my lady. And Jod's like, no, that's my wife now.
And that's when Jod jumped over Terumo with the mannequin and ran downstairs. Which explains why the pigs immediately chased after her. I mean, stopped what they were doing and left the work for me in the werewolf union. Which at that point, the chili dispensing werewolves had joined in with the pot, which we threw on everybody because it's super hot chili, both temperature wise and flavor wise.
Well, yeah. At that point, Amboy's like, that's it, Tav. I'm gonna kill you for sure this time. We did a terrible job last time. I should have never let you live. To which I'm like, Amboy, come on, you know this isn't gonna work. So he runs at me. I happen to be right in front of a window. So I step out of the way, and he falls in the window. And where does he land? None other than on the spiked fence.
Ah! Yeah, I remember because then immediately everyone stopped and we all went outside. And the police showed up and pretty much put all the gangsters in handcuffs while we were looking on at Amboy, who had fallen on the spike fence.
And then the ER came and he was about to be lowered down from the fence.
Yeah, it turns out he just broken his spine. I mean, he did get impaled, but it missed all the vital organs, and he was pretty much going to get hauled away, and he's just like, I may be paralyzed from the waist down. But let me tell you this, Tim. Because I was there when this happened, and he said, as soon as I get better, I'm going to build an exoskeleton. I'm going to tell him to turn me into RoboCop. And I've never seen that movie, but he's got a pretty fucking cool car. And then he's got that cool, that's all I know. But he looks fucking cool. You know what? I'll tell him to turn me into a Terminator. So, I'll see you in 3 years. And then that's when the doctor came and was like, actually, actually with some surgery, he'll be able to recover and be walking in less than the time. And then that's when at that time, I brought a bear trap with me. I was there and I just said, oops, and I dropped the bear trap on Amboy's head, which was the final blow. It killed him. He's like, and now he's dead.
Huh. He landed on that bear trap on his way down, right?
Yeah, I remember he had it on his head when he landed. And we all agreed that...
Amboy's death was by pure accident. No murder.
So, Pete Kimsey Kenzer, you just found out the truth. That'll be the town secret. So, we want to just make sure that your article remains a version that everyone else knows and not the true version, even though you heard it right here, folks.
Well,
we'll just cut all that out. He fell. I threw a bear trap at him, and that's what caused him to fall out the window. Which Tav then moved out of the way because he thought he didn't want to get hit by the bear trap either. So
oops.
Yeah. So we both oopsed him. Yeah, he fell out, right, Tav?
Yeah.
I threw the bear trap at him, and you moved out of the way.
Kind of like how Casey Jones accidentally turned on the trash compactor when the shredder fell in.
That was an accident, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he said, oops, he didn't mean to.
Yeah, he didn't mean to. I didn't either. No. You didn't mean to let him fall out.
No, I didn't. And I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to run at me with a knife. Actually, yeah, he did.
Oh, never mind.
That was attempted murder.
Yeah.
So technically, if he'd survived, he'd be charged with attempted murder.
Yeah. No cyber. They don't give Terminator bot. Well, I don't know. Sometimes they use prisoners for experimental super soldier programs, which I don't agree with. Why don't we turn good American soldiers into super soldiers and stop experimenting on these fucking criminals and turning them to super criminals?
Isn't that what happened to Captain America?
He wasn't a criminal. He was just a good old boy who was trying his best. He was a 90-pound weakling who became Charles Atlas.
Yeah, I remember them. Isn't that Mr. Who is the Oster model from?
What?
The Oster, you know.
I don't know.
The statue man? That
Yeah. It's just an Art Deco statue, man.
But who was he?
The dude named Oscar?
Oster Grouch.
Rest in peace, Carol Spinney. Yeah, we lost a lot of good people this week. Okay, alright. let's finish town updates because I got a pretty sly topic for you. So, the ambulance pretty much took him to the morgue. And boy was declared dead officially.
And I returned his mom's minivan to her.
And we told her, and then she's like, "And my boy."
I said, "Sorry, ma'am, your boy died in a horrible accident."
And she said, "Well, we always knew he would end this way."
I never think it'd be this soon. And boy's mom, a good lady. And boy, shit person.
But then we got to tie all these loose strings together, right? So
what was John and Turumo up to? I know.
We realized, like, well, wait a minute. What about John and Turumo? And you said, what about them? And I said, well, dude, we should go check on them. This could be good. And you're like, yeah, all right. I could use some more entertainment for the day. The parade's over, so we ran over. We followed all the pig tracks and pig feces all the way down to. No, they don't poop that much, do they?
No.
They know how to hold it in. Never mind.
They know how to hold it in. They wait till they're in their mud pit or something.
Yeah. So we followed the pig tracks all the way. I just thought I saw I saw poo. That could have been John shitting his way there. But
I'm gonna fuck a bunch of pigs right after me.
So we followed the pig tracks to Terumo, cornering Judd right by the cornering Judd right by the wall that goes into Slovakia. And this conversation went like this. Don't get any closer, Terumo. Do you see where we're at? My guards are right there. As soon as they lowered down my rope ladder, I'm out of here, man. If you even get any closer, I got my sniper's trained on you. See those little red dots all over you?
You think sniper rounds can stop me? He's like, yeah, you're just a pig.
No, I'm more than a pig, and that's my woman. No, and then that's when I said, like, actually, I thought weren't you married to a cow?
Yeah, and then he still transformed.
Yeah, and then he said, like, yeah, actually, you mentioned her name. He wanted elephant armor to Rumo, and then Judge is like, oh shit.
What the hell?
What the hell is this? And then Terumo grabbed him by the trunk and tossed Jod over the fence. To which, for what I understand of town reports, because immediately someone cried out, "Oh no! He's landed on a spike fence."
Yeah, but again, Jod's death. Just another day in Slovakia.
Yeah.
He'll come back in a few minutes.
And then he transformed the same way Mario goes from Big Mario to Small Mario into his regular form.
He even did the sound.
Yeah. We'll put that sound right here. That was wonderful. Anyways, and then he reunited with the mannequin. And... yeah, and we said... I came over and was like, Terumo, I appreciate this, but she's got a job to do, and also, isn't this adultery?
Yeah, but who are you going to tell, my wife?
Yeah, let me go on Twitter right now.
No, please. Here. She can go back to work.
And then you picked her up. And then you picked her up under your arm. And he's like, wait, can't you carry her like a true lady? He's like, fine. And then that's when you said fine. And you held her up like somebody holds a bride at crossing or a princess they saved.
Yeah, they took a picture of that for the newspaper too. They said the Bodyguard 2 screenshots leaked.
Yeah, and they but also at the same time someone said then another more or less respectable, the tabloid magazine says local business owner Bob Johnson marries mannequin, recreates final scene from Officer and a Gentleman.
I think I like that one better.
And then you walk through, and the parade was about closing up, and it turns out people thought you were the last one, and everybody started playing that song at the end of the Officer and Gentleman. It's like, "Love lift us up where we belong.
Hey, wait a minute! I'm just taking this man.
Where the eagles fly, something meow meow sky." Bwah, 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 bwah. Anyways.
It was a really weird moment. They really thought I was the last entry, even though they
Everybody cheered for you. Just like, wow, this man just walking out there with his real doll. He doesn't care what side he thinks. is a man who knows who knows what he's about. And then Teruma watched on because I was with them, and you could see a single tear. Just like that could have been me. Everybody could have been praising me for my kink, for my love story, for the way I identify.
Yeah, now weirdos all over town have been walking around with their real life dolls and whatnot,
carrying them like brides through doors, walking them around. It's become a real Lars and the real girl situation here. In fact, more doll husbands and doll wives have moved into Bumblerville in the last week because of this. Because guess what? The tabloid has a website, Tav.
Yeah, that sounds right. So, with all this said, guys,
You have any uncle updates? Any Matt Damon updates?
my uncle has disappeared from the jail.
Okay.
So, they say,
So has Matt Damon.
and Matt Damon has been heard from for a while.
So my thought, Matt Damon's back on Mars, and Uncle Tav's going to colonize it.
God,
He's going to help Matt Damon start up a real potato farm business on Mars. He's going to sell Martian fries, I bet you. I can hear him now. All right, Matt. Here's the problem. Here's the thing. We start on Mars, and then we expand to the moons, right? I want one on Titan. I want one on Ganymede. And then I'm thinking, what's after Mars? Jupiter. Jupiter's a gas giant. Like me, after I eat a bunch of chili. You know me. I'm thinking we expand to the moons on Jupiter. There's like, 20 of them there? That's right. Then we expand to Jupiter, expand to Saturn, Neptune. The whole solar system is our oyster kid.
Well, I'm happy that my uncle is out of jail and Matt Damon has helped him bust out, I assume.
We assume. We don't know what's happened. If anything, it could have been, the authorities could have just taken him out and killed him Jeffrey Epstein style.
Sorry, Aunt Marcia.
Yeah, maybe we should go. Maybe there should be a special episode where you go to South Africa and investigate. Maybe you need to make your own indie documentary where you investigate the disappearance of your uncle. Was he killed by South African authorities and disappeared like people in Chile? Or did Matt Damon show up and whisk him away to Mars to start the potato franchise?
And the fact that Matt Damon can even tolerate my uncle for this amount of time is crazy.
Oh, come on. He hung out with Ben Affleck for all of his young life. This is the same thing. How do I know that? Like, Ben Affleck's been trying to get a movie about your uncle made for years.
Yeah, he wants to play my uncle.
Yeah. In fact, he's put on the pounds to play your uncle.
But I think John Goodman would be a better pick for my uncle.
Roughly the same age.
Yeah, roughly the same size.
Yeah. No, John Goodman's lost a lot of weight.
Oh, he needs to be back to his...
Roseanne size? Roseanne weight?
No, not his Roseanne weight. I'm thinking more of his size that he was in...
Raising Arizona?
No. That indie movie where that guy from Star Wars is depressed and plays guitar. And he's a folk singer.
Oh,
Inside Llewyn Davis.
Inside Llewyn Davis.
I always forget I always forget the name that the character he played.
He's this jazz man, and he's got his valet, Johnny Five.
That's the only one of the only names I remember from that movie.
Aside from the fact that he puts a Santeria curse on Llewyn, maybe, or he threatens him with that.
What is that beatnik music? See that's like my uncle right there.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Except my uncle wasn't a jazz musician. My uncle was actually a folk singer, trying to be the next Bruce Springsteen or something.
Yeah, well,
that didn't quite work out.
No, he's trying everything. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he started his own folk trio. All right, I need you guys to wear these stupid Irish sweaters.
Wait a minute, don't you know about Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Funkle?
Yeah. CSNF.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't like this guy. Hey, like, that's when they got like, well, what about our old buddy Neil? Yeah, we'll get Neil in on this. Sorry, man, you've been replaced with this Canadian guy.
Oh,
damn it! Again. Canadians are always stealing my business.
That's true. He tried to make the first Street Fighter cartoon, animated it from his garage.
And then the Capcom's just like,
we can't upset this.
We can't accept this. But we'll take this anyways and air it. And then they got it. That's why the animation looks so different, actually.
The animation. You know, my uncle was the guy behind the character design in the story for Street Fighter.
Including the sleep paralysis demon version of Bison.
He himself, the handsome dial, comes from his own character sheets.
I heard... Is your uncle secretly Scott McNeil?
No. I wish.
Yeah, lots of women find me disturbing.
Lots of women find me disturbing.
Yeah, Scott McNeil, if you're out there, we would love to interview you on this show that has never done that before.
Please, I would love to have. All right. Let's change topics here.
All right.
Top 3 guests that you want on this show.
Scott McNeil, my father-in-law, and Terumo.
You know, Terumo the other day, he's like, Tad, when are you going to have me on the show for a therapy session? We're about to play a whole armchair psychologist with him for an hour.
I can deal with that, yeah.
Terumo, where did it all start? Well, it started when I was born as a pig.
Yeah, that's true.
With human intelligence, and I didn't understand why.
Well, why don't you talk to the people who came before you?
And then my brother was also showed up, and he was always the big pig. I was the runt of the litter. He's probably going to tell us about Peter again, his weird pride and resentment for him.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I wrote a whole musical about it.
You know the most about Terumo. You wrote that musical.
Yeah, I know.
Which is still playing in Schlonson Walking theaters. They made a Christmas version of it. Everybody's wearing little Santa hats.
Now this, I gotta go see.
Actually, no, they don't believe in Santa over there. They believe in Santa John and Claus.
Ew. John and Claus sounds terrible.
He climbs into your window and you better hope you don't have a daughter who's of age living there too.
So what? He's the Golden State Killer? Jesus Christ.
He climbs
He's the open window maniac. See, in America we call that the open window maniac. In Czechoslovakia, that's just John and Claus.
And if you happen to have a daughter who's of age, well, John and Claus leaves her a present in bed.
God damn it.
And if she was good, then he leaves a present under the cactus.
Ugh.
John fornicates a little too much for my taste.
Oh, he definitely does. You know what? We need a palate cleanser. Let's go to some ads. Ad time. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Lycan Jones, and because Harvard's our actual werewolf union president for our local chapter, Harvard Wellings is a very bad speaker. Yeah, that's right, Harvard. I'm calling you out on this stupid thing. If you were a good leader, you wouldn't have picked me as your speaker. Anyways, Lycan Jones here. We just like to invite everybody to come over to the Werewolf Lodge for our first annual Christmas White Elephant Swap Meet. That's right, you got a really shitty gift that you got over the holidays. Come on by, swap it out for a slightly better one. Maybe your garbage will become someone else's treasure. Or maybe that's garbage that they can give to somebody they hate. So come on down. You got a shitty gift? Grandpa got you some socks with right-wing politics you don't agree with? Swap them out for left-wing politics socks. We got them. Someone's conservative grandma's bound to be here and swap those out because their art school SJW granddaughter probably gave them to them. Did you get a copy that was dug up out of the desert of E.T. for the Atari? Swap that bad boy out for Super Mario Sunshine, a game no one liked. Did you get DLC for SF5? Swap that out for DLC for Tekken. It'll be good. Come on down. And guess what? Werewolf chili and werewolf cookies this year, baby. Those cost extra though. Well, those cost extra though. So anyways, join us. We'll hold this on the 28th of this weekend. So come on down with your shitty gifts. Bring your own bowl. We don't have bowls for chili. And, if you're worried about getting your hands dirty, bring your own napkins for the cookies. They're kind of greasy. So, join us, won't you? Ooh!
Alright, everybody, cue the music. Guys, this city was without a mayor for the past couple months. And yeah, I was gone. And yeah, we just barely took care of N-Boy. But guess what? I'm back. And I'm here to run for mayor one more time. Alright, I want to help this town be great again. I need to help this town for the people. Don't let some dog. Don't let nobody else but me can keep this town clean. All right, I got rid of Ant Boy, and guess what? Every other problem in this town, I can get rid of too. I'm a problem solver, not a problem maker. Never mind. I guess something a little. Guys, you guys got no option to vote for. Just vote for me. Give me your ballots right now.
Mr. Funkle, shouldn't we be looking for our DA? The dog's missing.
Yeah, a little bit. Again, guys, I'm a problem solver. I'll go find the dog. So if you vote for me, that dog's the first thing on my list. Mostly that's my dog and I gotta find it. Alright, vote for me. TaviRadio's Funkle.
Merry Christmas, paisanos. It's your big Papa Spaghetti. Okay, I'll be real with you guys. No discount unless you find my son. He's gone missing. Nobody knows where he is, right, Eddie? 50% off on the whole store if you find my son. Please. He's not at the restaurant. He's not at his home. He's not anywhere. Yeah. Nobody can find him. Ever since that movie came out about us, he disappeared with the money. So I'm calling all bounty hunters, dogs, and whatnot to go after my son. Get him. Bring him back home. He's not in trouble. I just want to know why he did it. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed he ran off the family fortune. Guys, my store's going out of business. We don't have any more money. I don't even know I'm going to pay for this ad. I gotta feed my son, Eddie. Anyway, first person find him, I'll give you $500,000 and a 50% discount on the whole store for everybody on that day. Alright, Papa out.
Alright, we're back. What a wonderful ad break. What did you do on the ad break, Tav?
Try to call my aunt, see if she's heard anything from my uncle. Maybe that she's maybe.
What if he has talked to her, but told her to keep mum? What if she knows?
I'm pretty sure she knows. I asked her like, hey, aunt, did you hear about Uncle breaking out of jail or going missing? She's like, oh no, I didn't know about this. Trying to play all innocent. I know she's in.
Well, you want to go into voicemails then?
Yep.
Looks like we only got one this week. I'm worried because of the name.
What's the name?
It's a name followed by and associates. Hold on. I'll just censor this out with your favorite censor. It's by Jonah and Associates. Let's hear what Jono has to say.
这是暂停服务通知，由于您的号码使用出现违规异常，将在今日停止您的通讯服务。如需查询，请按0，由中文客服为您服务。Hello, this is a notice from AT&T Chinese Voice Department. 这是暂停服务通知，由于您的号码使用出现违规异常，将在今日停止您的通讯服务。如需查询，请按0，由中文客服为您服务。
Well,
What the heck is that?
Well, Tav, I think someone's starting to use our phone number as a decoy phone number for their Chinese bank debts.
Huh. Well, I gotta ask my uncle about this one.
Yeah, it sounds like a real Uncle Tav move, if you ask me. But,
I bet this how it went. Oh, Uncle Tav, So you wish to borrow $500,000 from us for another business startup? Yeah, you know what? he probably disguised himself, knowing him. And he probably owes the Chinese government money now. He took too much from Winnie the Pooh's honey pot.
Yeah, as we say.
Why didn't you laugh at that joke? Winnie the Pooh's honey pot?
What is that, like a euphemism for Winnie the Pooh's dick?
No, everybody.
Uncle Pooh Uncle Pooh trying to eat out Winnie the Tav's ass or what?
No. Everybody keeps calling.
Uncle Tav Winnie the Pooh?
Everybody keeps calling the Prime Minister of China, I believe. I think it was China, Winnie the Pooh, because he looks like him. And even to the point where if you try to, if you
So let me
if
guess.
you
He
look
wa-
up, if you
hold
look
on.
up
So he
Winnie-
looks. So he walks around pants with a red T-shirt on.
No, his face just looked Winnie the Pooh's. To the point where like, where you noticed that people started making fun of him by calling him Winnie the Pooh online. So you're banned from the internet in China if you mention Winnie the Pooh.
That sucks because now they're missing out on like great AA Milne content.
Christopher Robin. Oh,
I'm the
God.
Prime Minister of China.
Pooh, when did you become the Prime Minister of China?
I missed you so much.
I need to get political power.
Yeah. Okay, so I was gonna bring this up during Town Update, but I decided to wait. So now I'll bring this up. So the internet's horrible, but
You can say that again.
my favorite thing to hate on the internet is when someone dies, and then someone who's more famous and who's I guess would have a more larger impact on the world also dies, and then they talk shit on the lesser known person, even though they probably didn't do anything. Example: last week, or early this month, the rapper Juice WRLD died in a very tragic incident involving him getting a seizure at the O'Hare Airport and being taken to the hospital and dying pretty tragically at a young age. But then later on, Carol Spinney, the actor who portrayed Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, also passed away. And when I was looking at some clips of Carol Spinney, people in the comments were like, fuck Juice WRLD. I mean, this is the guy we should really be all mourning about. Who cares about some shitty rapper from Chicago?" And I'm like, bro, even if you didn't like Juice WRLD, he's somebody's family. That's a dead person you're talking about. And as far as I know, it's not like he was like Takeshi 6ix9ine, who is getting 2 years in prison, I guess.
Big rat energy.
For racketeering.
For being a rat.
Yeah, and racketeering mostly, but so I mean, it's not like he was involved.
He was in the Rocketeer?
Racketeering.
God damn it, not that.
Anyways, he's pretty much a gangster. And like a real criminal gangster. Guys, if you're in the rap community, do me a favor. Don't get involved with real criminals that you're rapping about. Now it may be, because then eventually you get involved with real crimes and you'll end up like Takeshi. And even though you think you're hard, unless you take a bullet, you're probably going to be snitching on your homeboys in Florida.
You know who was hard?
Go on.
At Tentacion.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or as I like this, or as his name actually is, Jose Onfroy.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that like, isn't it bizarre that like somebody who is trying to pay tribute to Carol Spinney, who worked on a show about children that taught people to be respectful to others, would throw out his life lessons to talk shit on a dead rapper because that rapper is not Carol Spinney? It's like, bruh, not the moment, not the time. You learn nothing from the big yellow bird.
You learn nothing from these
It
guys.
seems like you learn more from the green grouchy man who lives in the garbage than the big yellow bird.
But even he learns his lesson.
Yeah, it's. I mean, how often do you come across that where, where somebody dies and then where two people die and then the people who are fans of the other person talk shit on the person.
Let me tell you a very, very... This is a very common scenario, especially in the YouTube comments.
Ugh, yeah, this is where I saw it from.
It's 2 a.m.
Oh no!
Alright? Let's say you're feeling alone and sad and the only thing that makes you happy, what if I listen to some good old Queen? Like, what's your favorite song again?
Don't Stop Me Now.
Don't Stop Me Now. You're like, alright, let me hear Don't Stop Me Now right now. Alright, and you go on a video, it says uploaded like 7 years ago, but it has the most views, even more than like the own Vivo account for Queen.
Yeah.
Because it's been up there longer. So you go on there, you're like, man, I really like this song. God, this is a good song.
Oh, I think I know what what you're referring to. Go ahead. I want to see if we're on the same page here.
So you're like, you know what? I'm curious. Let's see if other people share my opinions. I like this song. Let's see. I want to see the other people like the song I like too. You go in the comment section, it's some fucking 11-year-old kid who was really into Queen all of a sudden because he's one of those. I was born in the wrong generation.
Oh yeah, we're on the same page. Because if it's not, I was born in the wrong decade. This is true music. It's some boomer who's literally just like,
Man, this is true music. This is back when music was good.
Either got the Zoomer who says they want to be a boomer, or a boomer who's just a boomer.
yeah.
Either way, like let's see, what does this 12-year-old or 60-year-old with too much access to the internet have to say about on this music video? Do you think it's A, this is a good song, B, fuck the Beatles? Fuck the Beatles. They weren't anything like this.
Go on.
They had no.
I have a story about that opinion. But what's my next option?
Or C. Leave a like if you think this song is really good or sad. How many people like this song? Use my like button as a counter.
I'm gonna go with B.
If you said B, you are technically correct.
Okay. All three of those are correct, but I want to hear about
are.
B.
All right. So one time, I decided to look up some old head music, as Turmo would call it.
Yeah,
So
that's correct.
It wasn't Queen I looked up. It was Journey. Separate ways, worlds apart. All right.
The music video where they're at Steve Perry's uncle's warehouse dock, and they borrowed their buddy from college for a weekend who's studying filmmaking, right?
Yes. So here's the situation. All right. So it was maybe like 2 or 1 a.m. I'm like, I'm in the mood for some old head music. So I'm enjoying. I'm like, yeah, I like this song because the upload's from like 7 years ago or something.
Right.
And it has like 200 million views from some guys who hasn't probably logged onto YouTube for the past 5 or something.
Can you imagine the notices that this guy probably has YouTube muted because he's tired of seeing the same boy, I love this music. If you're still listening into insert year here.
No, you don't understand. This guy uploaded it back in 2010 or something. But this is before a YouTube app was a thing or email. Who knows? He probably hasn't logged into that email account associated to it in forever. It's probably flooded with all this stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm like, let's see what they have to say in the comments section. I want to know what other people would think about this specific Journey song. Some of
there's a YouTube channel that I want to talk about, but I got these things. Go ahead.
So I go below, and what do I see? A kid with some fucking Grim Reaper ass picture with the. It looks like he took a screenshot of the Google image. All right.
Right.
And the worst part is he didn't let the image properly load on his phone, and he took a screenshot.
Yeah.
So it's heavily pixelated. I swear I can count the numbers of it. And he's like, "Fuck Justin Bieber. This is good. This is good music."
Yeah.
And I see the 200+ reply thread under this 3-year-old comment. I'm like, huh. Let's see if this is recently. Because this is from 3 years ago, the boy's original comment. So I go down, and there was another comment added to this. This conversation has been going on for 3 years. Because no joke, when I saw the comment and it went all the way down to the most recent...
Is the kid continue replying?
No, the kid never replies.
That's good.
It's between 3 other people that are arguing about whether or not Journey was actually good or not.
A 3-year-old argument. Wow.
Yes, no joke. When I saw this was maybe a couple months back, but the most recent comment was from 2 weeks ago. Why? Can you imagine that kid is like, my old YouTube channel login. Let me just see what's going on. And imagine he just sees a notification tab on his YouTube homepage, just boom, full of these fucking neckbeards arguing about a Journey.
When you said "fuck the Beatles," it reminded me of a thing that. So when I used to be on
Art,
I had a buddy who did comics on there.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the few friends that I actually interacted with on the website who appreciated the art I was doing at the time, and I appreciated his, and it was good to have like a homeboy who kind of felt like we were all in the same boat. We were all commenting and appreciating and liking everything that they were doing, right?
You're right.
Just kind of your circle of friends that you make when you're in a social platform. And I remember one time he, on his little like journals thing, he posted something about music, and I asked him about the Beatles, and he brought up the fact that he was kind of raised with the idea that his dad hated the Beatles because he says that the Beatles were so revolutionary in the way they changed pop music that if it weren't for the Beatles, pop music would be different. So his dad resents the Beatles for pretty much being the Beatles, for becoming the Beatles, because his dad appreciates a lot of music pre-Beatles and hates music post-Beatles because the Beatles changed everything. That's an uber boomer right there.
That's the super mega boomer.
Giga boomer. The way that he's the Giga Chad of boomers.
I like Giga Chads.
Yeah.
Like those guys. Have you seen the meme where it's like the kid at the computer?
Yes.
He's like,
yes.
Hey guys, how are you? And the people responding are these muscle men with laptops.
Yes.
I wish those were my friends. Instead, I said the only people I talk to online are a pig, a caveman, and a time traveler.
Yeah. Those are just as good.
And a gay vampire.
Those are just as good.
Man.
Maybe if you worked out, Tav.
I'll be that guy.
Maybe you should have your own circle of gotchi-moochi type friends.
Oh, man. Hey, guys, if you're listening to this on a Thursday, happy Thursday. I hope you and your friend reenact the entirety of Lords of the Locker Room. Hey, buddy, I think you got the wrong door. Leather Club's 2 blocks down.
Fuck you.
Nah, fuck you, Leather Man. If you think you're so tough, I know we saw it right here in the rain, huh? Oh, yeah?
Okay, I'm going to give you the other thing. Oh, so there's a specific type of YouTube channel I've come across that plays old R&B songs, like from the 60s and 70s. And it's usually, the name of the people is usually something that refers to lowriders and has a Spanish last name or first name. But the images these are like old like Windows Movie Maker slideshow songs, right? It's the song that you like that you want to hear by this 1960s, 1970s R&B artist, right?
Uh-huh.
Set to a slideshow made in Windows Movie Maker. You know the kind from all the early 2000s. You've seen the Windows Movie Maker with like the zooming in like title that's in Papyrus or Garamond or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Arial,
yeah, or something like that. Or handwriting, that fake handwriting one. So,
Old English.
Yeah, so you have that. You have like that kind of title, or it's just straight up like impact on a background. Guess what kind of images are being played behind this 60s R&B by this channel that belongs to probably somebody who still subscribes to Lowrider magazine, or probably by someone who was a cholo in the 80s and 90s.
Wait, what's his name?
No. Guess what kind of images he's using behind for these slideshows for the 60s music that he loves.
Why do I imagine that he's using the stall art that your friend claims their cousin can do on their notebook? Like, you see your friend come in, he has this...
He has a binder.
He has a binder with the sick-ass...
That has pencil, that has art that's drawn in pencil.
With these skeletons holding 2 handguns.
Or it's a clown with, like, in mist, that looks like a cholo clown. Or it's a hot, sexy Latina woman that is also a clown. It's just a lot of like, hot, sexy Latina women that you would see in Lowrider magazine, or clowns, or skulls, or a combination of those.
What's up with Cholo kids?
Or something that looks like a little homie's doll that you would get out of a machine at your Mexican grocery store.
Are you more of a Bratz or Little Homies type of guy?
Little homies, man. Shut up.
Man, I miss Bratz. Those are interesting.
Yeah. It's that Tab. You got it right.
Is it Bratz?
No, it's
Oh,
those.
it's a skull.
It's those pencil drawn images that you saw on the binders for Mexican kids in the 90s and 2000s.
No.
It is literally that. There are whole channels. When I would look for R&B music, Tab, from the 60s or 70s, all of that music, all this soul music and stuff would have those images in the background. It's just
Why?
it's like.
What's his name? Jose Gonzalez?
It's or Oakland Raiders fan 98 88, and a lot of them are Oakland based. So I can't even guarantee that they're Mexican, but they're either possibly they're probably African American. They're probably black or Mexicans who were gangbangers in the 80s and 90s because they're all either Oakland or LA Raiders fans who are listening to soul and classic soul and R&B music. So it's really weird, but I appreciate it because they're putting their musical tastes out there and sharing with their homeboys. They found YouTube and they said, "Hey, I could tell Little Joker my favorite. I want to upload."
I told my cousin Little Joker, real name Cheto,
real name Cheeto. And his cousin Smiley. They can listen to my favorite R&B song by the Four Tops or something.
Wait a minute. Little Joker and Smiley, isn't that your cousin?
Shut up, damn it!
Little Joker can't even leave the garage.
That's Smiley.
Oh, I thought Little Joker was the big one.
No, Little Joker's. We call him Little Joker for a reason.
I thought it was an ironic thing, when you.
No, Smiley is fat. He lives in the garage.
He can't really leave the garage.
No.
His mom has to bring him dinner.
But it reminds me of that when you brought that up.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, every now and then I go. People say don't read the comments, but every now and then you'll find. I think the most boring comment section are the ones from popular music because it's always who's listening to this in 2019?
Who's listening to this in the year 60 BC?
Yeah.
Who's listening to this in the era of Mesopotamia?
Yeah. Who's listening to this while Alexander's conquering most of the Western world?
Who's listening to this while Michelangelo paints
the Sistine Chapel?
Who's
listening to this while Columbus is arriving on the New World?
Who's listening to this while
during the War of 1812?
Who's listening to this in the White House while the White House is burning during the War of 1812?
Who listened to this while Abraham Lincoln gets assassinated? Oh yeah, hey, we were all listening to the Queen's Don't Stop Me Now. They were having a concert back on the night back at the Ford Theater when that asshole ruined the whole concert.
Oh my god!
By killing the president.
That reminds me how there was a funny image of a person setting up a gas station, and he pulls out this big cartoonish revolver, and everybody was clowning on him in the quote tweets, and they're just like, "This guy's got the why I oughta type of gun." Or
Yosemite Sam robs the bank.
Or they're like, this fella's got the Looney Tunes ass gun.
Yosemite Sam Yosemite. Someone make an ASMR of Yosemite Sam robbing a gas station.
Is Yosemite Sam the why the rest?
Oh, you varmint! Yeah.
Oh, I prefer Elmer Fudd.
Oh, why I oughta.
Why
a grilled cheese sandwich.
Hey, please. Hey, put the money in the bag.
It's better than all those ASMRs of Yoda robbing a ketamine factory. Give me. It's just sentence followed by "You will," or "I must."
No, I like when people do the Yoda voice, but don't try to talk like Yoda because it's half character breaking. It's this is Yoda now.
Yoda right? Gaming, who used to send us threatening tapes to our show, is a better Yoda than those guys.
Yeah, he doesn't even try to do the try to do
the weird grammar switching or whatever.
Yeah, but speaking of Yoda, I've been watching The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And
did they include Chia Yoda?
No, not yet.
Dang it! I don't want to hear about it.
Listen. The only way I can describe this show is with one tweet made by The Weeknd where he says, "Hold my frog," and then someone quote tweeted that and said, "When the Mandalorian gets in a fight." Mandalorian? Best dad, maybe?
Yeah.
I wish my... No, never mind. I was going to say, I wish my son was a Yoda. My son the Yoda.
To keep subscribe to Tabby Face TV to watch Tav's new show, Mice and the Yoda, where
No.
Tav acts like use the Yoda baby Yoda Funko Pop, and pretty much has a meaningful father-son relationship with a doll.
This Mandalorian mask doesn't quite fit, but I try to make it work. Actually, no, guys, watch out for my new video, the world's biggest Thanos fan, where I have every piece of Thanos Funko Pop merch.
So all 2 of them, huh?
No, I'd say there's like 3 of them.
Oh,
4 if you count Ursula.
all right.
As you see, guys, I got this nice, big, thick Lady Thanos one. I got this Thanos in a Christmas sweater. This is Thanos from Endgame. This is Thanos from Infinity War. This is Thanos from the comics. And this is Thanos when he's trying to seduce Lady Death. Yeah. I'm the world's biggest collector of Thanos Funko Pops.
I'm gonna see that video by the start of the next year, man, or else I'm gonna write a very strongly worded comment on your section. Oh shit, he's disabled the comments, and now how will he know my criticism?
Bro, I'm sorry, I'm like Shane Dawson. I gotta remove comments.
Why? So people don't call you off on your bullshit?
Yeah, I'm like every other YouTuber that copies bigger YouTubers like PewDiePie and Mr. Beast. By the way, Mr. Beast's videos, they're kind of satisfying to watch and entertaining.
Huh.
I wasn't prepared.
He's the guy who yells, right?
No.
Oh.
He's the guy who does like all those. I made my friends stand in a circle for $10,000 on the line. And
Oh.
the last one leaves out of the circle is $10,000, but they're all put in the shittiest circumstances where they can't sleep, they can't sit.
This is what you're describing is literally how rich people would like flex their money on the poor.
Yeah, there was a video he did where it's like almost half an hour long where he gets 12 YouTubers to be in a circle on top of Rice Gum's mansion house, and they all sit. The lasted for like almost 2 days.
I'm sorry, Mr. Beast, but if I were a random YouTuber, you said, "Hey, how would you like to win $1 million?" I'd say, "What's your name again, Mr. Beast?" Pass. But it's $1 million, dude. Yeah.
All right, so you're telling me that
I may not be rich in money, but I'm rich in spirit and integrity.
So you're telling me that if all of a sudden Mr. Beast emails you like, "Dear Lycan Jones, do you want to be in a video where the last one to get off the toilet wins $10,000?"
And I say, "Mr. Beast, sir." No, I take the sir part back. I don't respect you, Mr. Beast.
He's older than me.
Mr. Beast, young lad. I got something to tell you. I run a podcast with my co-host where we talk shit about guys like you, but also run a town, essentially. I don't need your money. I'm the speaker for my werewolf union. There's not, and I will not humiliate myself this way. Your money could not buy all the antique bear traps that I have collected over the years.
Okay, well, honestly, if Mr. Beast was just like,
I mean, if he said it to you, I wouldn't think of you as a lesser person. In fact, I would want to see you in one of those videos, so you would clown on the other YouTubers he's also inviting.
"All right, guys, last one to leave the toilet
Are you
loses."
kidding me?
I was born for this one.
I was born for this.
It's been 5 days and Tav hasn't got off the toilet. He's actually used it a few times. What is a toilet?
We're not supposed to use this?
Wait, we're not supposed to use this? No, and there's no other contestant. What are you doing up there? I need to prove who's. who's
oh, by the way, your flusher doesn't work. It's like when Tav goes to the Home Depot and goes to the toilet section. Oh, by the way, your flusher doesn't work.
I don't know how I feel about these public latrines.
Oh, by the way, hey, I think your flusher's broken. They're not supposed to be used yet. They're not connected to plumbing. Oh. Well, I guess that would be a cleanup. I guess it's a cleanup on aisle 10, huh? Anyways, I'm out of here. Oh, by the way, you have any toilet paper? No! I guess I'll have to use your apron.
Alright, you got any hand sanitizer on you?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, damn, still out of towels. Oh, I forgot. The apron's covered in shit. Oh, just use your shirt. Alright.
Jerry, why are you covered in... Jerry,
Oh, God! What happened, Jerry? I quit.
That reminds me of a story. All right, I got a story. This will end the podcast here.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a story where I was talking to a friend who used to work at a department store. This department store is sadly closed. It closed a couple months back, but when she first started there, like I think the first couple of days, there was a homeless lady that walked into the store and was in the women's section for a while. And when she walked away and they were kind of like doing their rounds and checking around, they found a big fat dump in the sales floor. Like it was
carpet or linoleum.
It's carpet.
Oh.
And then the manager found it, and she told my friend who was the new associate at the time, "Hey, I need you to go clean this up." And she was just like, "Clean what up?" So she she didn't tell her what it was, and she went to go check it. She saw that it was shit, and she literally just walked out the door. No talking out. She's just like, "I quit. I'm not doing this."
What the hell are janitors for then?
Exactly. If the janitor ain't there, then well, it's like that one time when I worked at the store, and I told you about how
piss bowl.
Everybody gains until they run into the piss bowl in the men's section.
Oh.
There's shit in the ladies and piss in the men's.
Oh, this ain't a public library, people. Come on.
Guys, if you want to take a dump in public, go to the public library near the nonfiction. I hear that Triggered by Donald Trump Jr. is a good toilet paper.
Oh yeah, best toilet paper. Well, speaking of toilet paper, I guess this is the end of the podcast. So if you've been listening to this while you're on the toilet, go ahead, reach for a couple roll. Oh shit! You just realized that your brother used the last of it. It's run out. What are you gonna do? You're stranded. So and you realize you're using up the last of your phone battery to listen to this garbage show. So what do? You're stranded. Your mom's at work. But your dad's home in the garage. He can't hear you. He's too busy listening to Leonard Skinner for the 15th time while working on his car.
He's not even listening to Rosa Monkey. He's listening to Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah. He can't even listen to Bring Him to Live in the Warren Zevon. He's going to listen to Sweet Home Alabama. So, what are you going to do?
He can hear it all the way from there. And your brother, he's asleep as he stays up all night.
Yeah.
Playing Xbox.
Yeah, and he's the one who used the last of the toilet paper. So what do? So here's the plan.
For all you toilet with his Dorito 92 shit.
So here's the plan. What you're gonna do? Your dad's distracted. Your brother's asleep. Your mom's out. And your sister, she's out with her friends. She won't be home in another 10 minutes. You gotta use that 10 minutes to pull your pants up carefully, because you don't want none of that shit getting on there. So you're gonna have to clench your cheeks. Yeah, I know they say you're not supposed to wipe standing up because it'll get everywhere, but this time, man, you gotta be super sneaky. You gotta pull them pants up. Be careful, be gentle. Do the shit. Do the clenched cheek walk. Sneak out. Make your way towards where you keep the toilet paper. Making sure not to make any sudden movements. Oh shit! It's the dog. The dog is smelling your ass. He's like, "What's going on here, dude? You didn't wipe." And the dog's gonna start. The dog's he's disturbed. He looks like he's gonna start barking. He starts barking. What do? He
starts barfing.
He starts barfing. So what you do? You pull your pants on. Your dog smells it. Oh, disgusting! He takes a lick. He barfs. The dog's distracted because he's gonna eat his own vomit. You use that minute to pull your pants back up. Go over there. Grab the toilet paper. Oh shit! You're out. What do? You have to get into the kitchen. What do you see? Oh, Mr. Johnson, he's mowing the lawn. You have to duck. He can't see you. You go in there. You grab a couple.
Your ass clenched.
So you gotta limbo your way. You grab some napkins. You go back to the bathroom. Go past the dog vomit. Go past your brother sleeping. You hear him rustling. You go back inside. You close it. Turn the fan on. Turn everything on. Sit back down. Get some of those napkins wet to clean up all the outer edges that you just messed in yourself. You look down at your underwear. Shit, some of it did get on there. You throw those out. You go back in and you're going commando. Go back into your room, put some new ones on, act like nothing ever happened.
Mission accomplished.
There, that night your mom comes home. She's throwing out the garbage. She sees a couple soiled underwear. She knows it's yours because you don't do your own laundry, fool. Your mom does your laundry for you. She goes in and she says, "Jerry, what the hell is this? Did you shit yourself today?" And you said, "Yeah, Mom. I've been having nightmares lately. I've been looking at that off-model bison from Street Fighter the cartoon. He's my sleep paralysis demon. Insert that image right here. And then she's like, oh, honey, well, we have to send you back to Dr. Henderson. So you go back to your psychiatrist. She's like, tell me about the M. Bison character who shows up in your sleep paralysis. Now you gotta fake to even have sleep paralysis at all. You've been using it as a way to get out of class when you fall asleep in math class. You're taking remedial math again. You failed the first time. You can't even get in geometry. All your friends are in geometry. It's one of those unspoken things. You just don't talk about the fact that you're not in geometry. Everyone else is. You're moving on to Algebra 2 next year, and you're still stuck taking intro to Algebra 1.
Why is this too real?
And all of this is because your brother did not. Because one, your mom forgot to buy toilet paper. Nobody told her earlier that week. And two, that you were running out. And then two, your brother's a ball of shit. He used a ball of toilet paper. He probably didn't even wipe. Hey, how come your mom doesn't get on Johnny's case? All right, like he's always shooting his pants because of his Dorito and Mountain Dew shit. And
there's always skid marks.
Yeah, and there's always skid marks. But I shit my pants a little bit once. I throw them away. I'd be responsible. I'd do the thing to not make a big problem. And you wiped up the dog's vomit after you were done. If you don't get in trouble,
all before your sister came home
with her friends that you have the hots for. But she's 18 and you're only 16, and she's dating the captain of the football team.
And you're a loser.
You're a loser.
You've forgotten you. I think you know what my sleep paralysis demon is. The dog from the chip commercial. The man dog.
Come to me.
Yeah.
Come to me. Come to me, Bungie.
I'm pretty sure that's the last thing you see before you die.
Yeah. Anyways, that'll do it for TaviRadio Set AM. Or sorry, TaviRadio. You know what? Our underground phase is done. We defeated Envoy. So
now
yeah.
it's just TaviRadio X.
Yeah, okay.
Then TaviRadio Boom, Rise of Lyric or whatever.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. So, thank you for listening to TaviRadio Underground, our last episode under this title. It was a good run, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you enjoyed this mini-series. We'll be returning to our normal programming, and we'll start rebuilding. So,
it was real?
It was good, but it wasn't real good. So, thank you, and see ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya.